Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video and another match preview for week one of the NRL final series, and it's the second one in this double header, which is going to be on later tonight, and that is the North Queensland Cowboys up against the Newcastle Knights over in North Queensland. Where there's going to be a lot of stars. There's going to be playing in this game from Val Holmes, and from Holmes, Dearden and Drinkwater on the Cowboys to Kalen Ponga for and a lot more for the Knights. So obviously this one's going to be a night game now. Coming into this game, the Cowboys have really been in fantastic form as of late. Winning six of their last 7 games to end the season, averaging 31 points per game in those 7 games. The Knights also found a bit of a groove, obviously winning their last 3 games of the season to steal that eighth position. Obviously, winning against both as well as the Rabbitohs and the Titans, and then also winning in a tighter affair at home down at McDonald Jones Stadium against the Dolphins, as I said, to secure that eighth position there. And this is only the second time that they're going to be facing each other this season. The last time they versed each other was way back in round 2, actually, which was about probably 5 or 6 months ago. And in that game, in that game, the Cowboys won by a point off the back of a Chad Townsend field goal, which they would sneak home 21 points to 20. I think that game was also. I think that game might have been at Newcastle. I don't know, but yeah. So on to team news here. Of course, veteran prop in Jordan McLean. He returns after missing the game against the Bulldogs with a hamstring injury, which means that Sam McIntyre will revert to the bench, and Tommy Mikael will have to be the man that has to give way. It still remains to be seen if he is going to be in the initial squad or not, but we'll have to find it out as we approach kickoff. Jackson Purdue has currently been named as the 18th man, and with Chad Townsend, I said that he was the hero the last time these two teams met, but he's going to be in the reserves with Marley Bittingang and Tom Chester, be the 3 men that will drop out of this side. One big out for the Newcastle Knights, that being Brandon Best, who suffered a hamstring injury. I think it was in the game against the Dolphins last week, I remember rightly. So now that means that Dylan Lucas will be slotting into the centres. Kai Pearce-Paul rejoins the back row after in a return from a leg laceration. Tom Kent will be and Will Price it says he remains on the extended bench. But we still don't know if I know Tom Kent is the 18th man, but is Will Price going to be on the bench, or is he not going to be inside at all? It remains to be seen. So speaking about that, let's go to the lineups here. So first of all, for the Cowboys, you have Scott Drinkwater at fullback. You got Kyle Feldt and Murray Taulagi as the wingers with Val Holmes and Villemont Vilea as in the centres. The skipper Tom Dearden at 5'8" and Jake Clifford at half back. In the forward pack, you got, as I said, you got the returnee Jordan McLean and there's prop alongside with the other prop in Jason Taumalulu. With Reece Robson as hooker, Hailem Liku and Jeremiah Nanai as in the second rowers. As the second rowers of Ruben Cotter as lock. The interchanges you got Sam McIntyre, Harrison Edwards, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce these names, to be honest. Likai through Fani Aki. I've slightly, I think I got that one wrong, but I've got a good crack at it. And Griffin Neem in the interchange as well. As I said, with Jackson Purdue as the 18th man. So now we get to the Newcastle Knights side. Of course, their star fullback in Kalen Ponga. The skipper obviously has been in tremendous form, obviously, for the last few weeks. You got Fletcher Sharp and Greg Marju as the wingers, with Dane Gagai and Dylan Lucas in the centres. Obviously, Lucas, as I said, replacing Bradman Best. We don't know if he'll be available next week if the Knights do make it past tonight. We don't know about that. Jack Cogger at 5'8" with Phoenix Crossland at half back. In the forwards, you got Daniel Saifidi and Leo Thompson as props, with Jalen Brayley as hooker. Then you got Tyson Frizzell and KPP in Kai Pierce-Paul as the second rowers, with Adam Elliott as lock. On the interchange, you got Tyson Gamble, Matt Croker, Jack Hetherington, and Brody Jones, with, as I said, Thomas Kent being the replacement player. Yes, those are 19 names that I can actually pronounce. So those are the lineups for the game for Saturday night over in Townsville. So now moving on to the stat attack, obviously, for this game. The Cowboys have won their past 3 games against the Knights. At the same time here, the Knights have not won in Townsville since 2015, and I don't think they've ever won at Queensland Country Bank Stadium since it was built. So this will be a first for the Knights if they do win tonight. The Cowboys have won 7 of their last 8 finals games played in Townsville. Of course, home ground advantage there. The Knights winger Fletcher Sharp has scored 8 tries in his past 5 games. That's again. So let me do a bit of maths. Do a bit of maths here. That's about 1.6 tries per game over that 5 game period. And speaking of which, Kyle Phelps, speaking of quick maths, I might have to do it again here, because he has scored 11 tries in his past 6 games. 11 tries, 6 games, at an average of a lazy 1.8 tries per game over that 6 game period. So those two wingers on each side are in some great form. Leading into this game, with the match officials, obviously Todd Smith being the referee, and why Raymond is the poor soul that's going to be in the bunker. So if there's any controversy, then he will be blamed. So yeah, so they should, to be honest. But anyways, about that. So so that's pretty much just about it really for this episode. For this video, nothing much really to report there. Nothing much really to report on that front. So like this video, and I think for me, it is going to be, if it's either going to probably be a high scoring thriller or just be a blowout, probably most likely. But yeah, so like this video, share this to anybody who is a North Queensland Cowboys fan or a Newcastle Knights fan. Comment down below what are your predictions for this game for this game. And if you're watching this, if you end up watching this, after the game, comment below your predictions anyway, and tell me, and also comment how did you go your predictions? You get it right? You get it wrong? Yeah, I would love to hear your predictions on this match. And one last thing, somewhere down there, it's somewhere really. Click on the big red button which is labeled subscribe. It really does help me out quite a bit there. But until next time, guys, I'll see yous all later.